Hello everybody and welcome to another video. My name is Midnight Racer and today we finally have a new update from Rocket League Status on Twitter about the RL server attacks, aka DDoSing. So let's go ahead and read through it. We know attacks on Rocket League servers are top of mind for many of you. Today we talk about what we've done to prevent these attacks from impacting matches and the work we're focusing on now and in the future. We are also aware that players have concerns about bots entering Rocket League matches as well. We'll have more to share in the future on our work to prevent bots from disrupting online play. How are users attacking Rocket League servers? We've seen two major types of attacks on our servers: denial of service, DOS, attacks trick servers into doing a lot of work that they don't need to do, so much work that they can't focus on running an online match. Distributed denial of service, DDoS, attacks are when a large number of internet-connected devices, sometimes called a botnet, are used by an attacker to flood a game server with data. This data prevents the server from processing actual game traffic from players in a match. Initially, attackers would join a match, launch their attack, and disconnect all of the other players, forcing an unintentional forfeit. As long as the attacker is the last player to leave a match, they earn the win. We made a few changes to combat them last year after these types of attacks became more popular and disruptive. We optimized Rocket League server code to be far more resilient to attacks, and we added DDoS detection, which prevents the attacker from earning a win by forfeit. That's a good change. With these changes, we saw a massive decline in the number of attacks impacting matches, while continuing to ban the accounts tied to these types of attacks. The next version of these attacks exploited game servers by tricking them into doing a lot of work that they didn't need to do, so much work that they couldn't focus on running an online match. In other words, the attack method was very different from the first type of attacks, which we neutralized earlier this year, but the end result for players was the same. We fast followed with a patch for this second attack method earlier this year. This is also when we increased the number of account bans tied to DDoS attacks. Now, DDoS attacks happening now. While we were able to mitigate some of the prior methods, unfortunately this is a cat and mouse game. The attackers have evolved their tactics to new techniques, including the use of much bigger botnets. If previous attack methods were a drizzle, today's attacks are a flood, which means they've gotten way worse and much harder to handle. We've already mitigated some of these new large-scale attacks by expanding our server fleet and network capacity, allowing us to absorb far more traffic before matches are impacted. We're identifying attacks in real time and working to discard malicious traffic before it ever reaches your match. Finally, we're working to take action against bad actors in the community to minimize the impact felt by those all across the game, including the competitive ladder. Now, what's next? Expanding our prevention and detection efforts is a top priority for us. There is no place in the Rocket League community for those who disrupt matches with DDoS attacks. Some attacks will slip through the cracks as methods evolve. When these things happen, players pay the price, but we will be on it. While we have already banned a significant number of cheaters, we continue to work on banning attackers faster and more comprehensively, while also preventing bad actors from re-entering the game with alternate accounts. If you ever fall victim to an attack during a match, be sure to report the player in-game using the cheating report reason. Thank you for all your patience as we continue to tackle this problem. There is still more work to do. We will continue to roll out improvements and look forward to discussing them with you in the future. That was a lot of information, but I do appreciate that they are keeping us in the loop as much as they can and as soon as they can, and sharing what they're really planning to try and prevent these attacks. I do appreciate that. But it has gotten to the point where we have seen now a new thread on Twitter from pro players like Vatira. He started a new movement with hashtag Rocket League is dead. And so many other people have been commenting, including other organization members from Genomates, NRG, and other players who retired like KDOP. We have Atto from Carmine Core, and a whole lot of other people who are actually commenting on this thread. But I really hope that we can get this fixed because the game is just fast approaching that death state. And we're losing the pros. If it continues to go that way, we're going to lose the game entirely because then there will be no reason to play Rocket League. And without trading, there's hardly any way to really casually enjoy the game. And mostly casual games are sweaty anyway. But anyways, I hope this was a helpful video for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe with notifications turned on so you never miss another upload from me. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.